Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome to the Application Knowledge Podcast. I am Animated Mel. This is Chris
He's about to call himself Chris James.
Wow. And this is Stephen Michael. This is episode 107, I believe. I believe this is episode 107. 107, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Y'all remember that show?
I knew you were going to say that.
Y'all remember that show?
I knew you were going to say that.
You remember that show?
Yeah, man. How you forget that?
You remember Oliver and Company?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Stand down.
Yes, you did.
Love the crowd.
Because your mom loved Disney movies. Nigga, you've seen every Disney. You might not remember.
I don't think I've seen Oliver and Company.
Steven, bro.
It's like the dog and the cat.
I know who they are. I just don't think I've seen
You
it.
have. Because it sat on the little video when we used to have VHS. We had little towers for them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, I still got that.
And it was a 4-row. It was a 4-row tower. It was narrow, but you probably had 10 videos on each row. We're talking 40 Disney movies, basically. It was on there, trust me.
Oliver and Company was my favorite, man. I used to enjoy that show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Steven,
remember it?
I
why
just
you
looked
gotta
at the
fight
picture
it,
of it.
bro?
I'm not fighting it. What did I say?
you said you don't remember watching
It's all about them dogs, man.
I don't think that I've seen it.
You're trying to imply that you didn't see it, but what the reality is you don't remember watching it.
And you can't for sure say that I did.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Bro.
Okay, so you watched it with me?
Do you not remember?
I remember.
Do you
remember?
Do you remember once a week on family night we would watch a freaking Disney movie every week?
I don't remember this
Is that why you don't like
movie.
Family Night?
Do I not like family
Chris
night?
is against family night.
Yeah, you against Family Night. You against birthdays.
He against everything. Holidays.
He against anything that celebrates
giving gifts.
enjoyment.
anything fun. He's against it.
It has to be boring. It has to be about the biology and the makeup of the human body.
Dang, that's crazy. Y'all's
But
room,
it's necessary, though. It's necessary.
y'all's room
You're saying
just
he's a
got
necessary
5%
evil?
smaller.
What'd you say?
He said it's crazy. Our rooms just got 5% smaller. No, I think it's joyous though.
Chris is a necessary evil.
I didn't say you're evil. I would never say you're evil. You know what I mean? That's my nigga. He hold it down. You know what I mean? Shit. You know what I mean?
Shoot, Mel's room just got 2% bigger.
Hey, you know what? I love
Oh wow! I just picked that. I just picked up what you meant. I thought you meant you, and you felt like the space of this room was smaller because we like ganged up on you.
No.
Oh, he got jokes.
I just envision his room a little bigger now.
It's like, man, he needs a little space over here. You know?
It don't matter. It's all gonna be covered with anime anyway.
Hey, it'd be a lot more room for me to put anime.
Wild.
Now, I literally just got a new statue.
I don't know where you put it.
He's preparing for the future.
That and also, I don't really have.
It's in a box on the floor.
No. I couldn't keep this in the box. It needed to be out.
Is it big?
Oh, it's massive. It's probably the biggest one I have. It is massive.
Why, Mel?
Wait, when you say massive, what does that mean?
Probably like 4 feet tall.
Massive.
Like it's a table statue?
How tall?
If it was on the table,
Wow.
That's 2 feet, 2.5 feet.
it'd probably be here.
Yeah, about 2.5 feet.
Yeah, it'd probably be up there. It's massive. I was just like, yo, I didn't know it's gonna be this damn big.
36.
I'm sure it
36
tells you the
inches.
measurements on there.
But it's my favorite character, like in life.
Sephiroth.
Yes. And I saw that. I didn't even hesitate. I didn't care how much
You didn't do no research.
They could have sold that bitch for $1,000. I would have bought it. Just because when it comes to Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, you just went and saw that movie.
Yeah, I saw it last week though.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but I've already seen it. It's been out for years. It's been on DVD.
But they just brought it in theater.
They brought it in theaters for the celebration of Final Fantasy Rebirth coming out.
Is that the Seth Roth movie that came out like before we left Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This came out years ago.
Oh wow, so it's old. Did they redo it, or they literally just played it in theater?
They played the newer version that came out years ago, where it has like extra scenes in it or whatever.
Okay. Did they update the graphics and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. So okay.
No, it was hype though. It was still good because I enjoyed the.
No, I just sometimes they'll just like not remaster, right? But
add
it'll
in some extra tidbits and stuff. Maybe make the graphics look a little better.
right. Well, graphics they change, so you can you can click a button and upgrade it to from 720 to 1080.
You can't do that because it's gonna look different. You'd have to draw it.
You can sharpen things up. There's things you can.
Was it computer generated to begin with?
It was all 3D-ish.
Oh, so okay,
so then,
So now they could.
Yeah,
It will take some work, but they could do a little something without changing it too much or having to put in too much effort. But yeah.
So just get the Final Fantasy game. What have you all been up to? Y'all been doing anything interesting, fun? I know you've been doing your little running.
Or
your little exercise
or
whatever.
And
I don't mean to
and do you hate him for it?
Right, you just tried to minimize it. Like I know you've been doing your little exercise thing. Like, damn, what?
I got a little hate in my heart for everybody. Anybody running out there, I got hate right now.
That's why. This is I'm not going to make you a lesson, but this is a lesson. There was a perfect example of how you can't take what other people say necessarily personally or to heart.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times things that happen to other people or things that people say really have nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with them.
All a reflection of what they're going through.
So anybody who watched that can tell that there was shade there.
Hey, man.
Absolutely shade. It was so much I couldn't even let it go.
Ella.
But anyway, to answer your question, I've been doing very well. The thing about it's called 75 Hard, which you guys have heard. Maybe they haven't. That's the name of the program.
I know. I just had to pause it because it's 75 Hard. So that means it's like every time David Goggins say "stay hard," I'd be like, pause. Bro.
It's named that way because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Do
you find it difficult?
There's difficult times. Yes, it is difficult. But you can. There are very simple rules to the program, but they are. The hard part is continuing them, right? Staying consistent with them
every day.
Every day. And when I started the program because I wanted to be more consistent with going to the gym and being more active. I found that in order for me to get to where I wanted to go long term, I needed to be active. And it was something that I really struggle with. And with my diet, sometimes I'm on point, sometimes I'm not, right? So if I'm on point, I'm good, I'm maintaining. If I'm not, I start to gain, right? But so then as I continued to do research, I found that there were multiple studies that showed that the more active you are, you're like 90% more likely to have a better, cleaner, healthier diet. Just because you go to the gym or you go out and walk, you do all these things, you're thinking, I don't want to mess up what I just did, so it's kind of in the back of your mind. So, but yeah, man, I started off doing just walking, and because you have to work out inside and then you have to work out outside every day.
Oh, okay. So you at least get some sun too, right?
I mean, yeah.
Get some of them vitamins.
Yeah, the program is very intentional, but yeah, I was in Jersey, and one day it was 20, it was 25.
At first I was saying, how the hell you end up in Jersey? But then okay.
Yeah, it was freezing, absolutely freezing. And I took a hoodie and I went and bought Under Armour cold gear, right? Because I knew it was going to be a little chilly. Had the Under Armour pants. There was nothing I could do. It was freezing. And, my nose is running. I'm just out there miserable 45 minutes. And,
good.
You get through it. And, so I started off just walking, and then I started adding in running or jogging, I'll say. Then I started slowly working my way up to running. And then 3 days ago, I actually started sprinting, full out sprints, which I can't even tell you the last time I've sprinted. They say that most adults over 30 will never sprint again. So they hit 30, they'll never
we out here, man. We go.
But if you think about it,
I don't care what they say. I mean, we gonna prove wrong.
oh my god. If you think about it, it's true. Like, other than, when I just started, like, I haven't sprinted.
It's not too often unless someone is like,
You
I'm
crying?
I'm laughing.
Oh.
Because what you said.
I thought you were sad. 'Cause you-
Nah, nigga, fuck that. Nah, I'm laughing. But it's funny that you said it, because I was always thinking, like, man, it's not too often unless someone is like active in a gym, or you just see someone randomly running, that you see an active adult just run.
But even if they're running, are they sprinting?
Like, are they giving like their
Like, I'm talking about like 100-meter dash, like full on sprint.
yeah.
You can, but even not that, just running. Like, adults typically, but there's a difference. But there's a difference between running and sprinting.
Yeah.
So,
When was the last time you did some running, Chris?
It was actually pretty recent. But I would say within the past 2 weeks. I know I went to the rec center, and I did a little running there. But
Raggy?
Raggy? My nigga Chris up there trying to
You gotta hit that. You gotta edit this and be like, like what?
bring it back.
yeah,
Running, getting a little exercise. Oh, you don't? Did you do like what's that? What's the thing called? The motherfucking.
Oh, the track?
Nah, I wasn't thinking of the track. I was thinking of the machine that people run on.
no, the
Treadmill?
track.
Yeah, treadmill. I couldn't think of the word for some reason.
They have a track at the rec center though.
Track.
Like an actual outside track.
It's indoors.
Oh, indoor. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't been to.
Yeah, it was when we went to the baby shower. We walk right past it. It's upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, eyes is on the prize. Whatever we need to go, that's where you need to
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
I get lost.
But yeah, man, that the program is not a fitness program. It has a fitness component, but you have to read every
It's a
day.
wellness program.
Huh?
It's
It's a wellness program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to read every day.
You're halfway there.
I'm coming down the hill more than halfway.
Because you said 38 days, right?
I'm on day 42 right now.
Okay, so you're more than half. Okay.
Yeah. But yes, you have to read every day. You have to drink a gallon of water. You have to no alcohol, no cheat meals, and you have to stick to a diet. So it has been a challenge. And honestly, like, I've gone through different phases where certain things were more challenging than others. But then I read, but nowhere near. I don't read every single day, like in my normal life, right? And not audiobooks. You can't use audiobooks.
Why not?
It's
Because
not
it's
reading.
not reading.
When you're like jogging?
It's different.
It's not
You
reading.
can listen to an
I'm about
audiobook,
to say I still listen to
but
audio.
that no. If you want to listen to an audiobook, you can,
So you can go
but
limit
it doesn't
my
count
knowledge.
as reading.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. So in the beginning, I found myself just reading to kind of like get through it, and then over time I started like taking my phone, moving everything away, and like literally, what am I reading, right? And then taking notes on it, and then I found like I'm growing. And
You do read more than anyone else, though.
actual reading.
Oh God.
Mel?
Except Mel.
Do you read or you do audiobooks?
Mel does read.
I have books that I buy actively. And
I have
I
books too.
Mel reads a lot, but
I be taking books from John.
I mean, I don't know. I won't say that
I feel like I'm giving you books that you ain't read though.
No, any book that you've given me, I've read and probably already given back to you. I know you.
No, not like physically, but like if I know I did give you some books, but I'm saying like if I also said you should read this book.
I don't think you've ever recommended me a book.
Yes, I have. Mel, get
What books have you recommended?
I know Man's Higher Consciousness,
And I
for
read
sure.
it. I bought it and read it.
Okay, it took you a while though, didn't it?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I was talking about.
but I read it. I read it. Yeah, I mean that shit. That shit.
That
is,
book- that book.
That is the truth.
Ooh, that's the only book I recommend to like everybody.
I don't think I've gone through that whole thing.
It's massive.
It's
The book is lit.
Yeah, it's a lot of really good information in there, but you have to be an abstract and open-minded thinker.
Yeah,
or
it's
a
also
learner.
one of those books that, for me, you have to read it slowly.
Yeah, it's
Like-
it definitely a slow burn because there's so much information in there that you could miss a lot. So, but it's also that's how it is typically when you do read a book that has good quality information. That's why it's always good to read a book maybe 2 or 3 times, and while you're going along in the book, make sure you take notes or whatever. And I mean, that's what I typically do. Just take the notes, and then while I'm going along, I used to highlight it in the book, but it's like, man, I'm not going to actively go back to this particular point. So I was like,
Plus,
you know
I feel like you messed the book up.
it's yours.
It's.
I mean, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But because I used to think like that. I was like, man, it's my fucking book, man. If I want to fucking highlight something in my book, I'm going to highlight this in my book.
I'm not opposed to it.
I think highlighting's okay. I have a problem with folding the pages.
Yeah, I was thinking that as soon as I was thinking about
It's just a me thing.
That's what I wouldn't do.
If you look at my books, they almost look unread, but you can tell I read them because the spine. You know what I mean? Like I'll open a book and I'll do that.
That's a
keep
I
that
read
thing
different
open.
types of books than y'all. Like the books I read are completely different.
What do you mean?
What books do you read?
Like I just got a book on how to build and harness energy from pyramids. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a book on weeds and the benefit of weed. Like the books I get is so different.
I won't say they're. I mean,
They are different.
obviously, Chris, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any books on powering and harnessing energy from pyramids. I don't.
From anything.
But I mean, I have herbal books. So like a book of herbal remedies, which talks about weeds, how to find them, how to forage them.
Completely different.
Okay, well that's.
I mean,
fine.
they're both about plants, right? But
So yeah, it's not completely different.
But the book that I got is like the benefit of weeds. It's like the history and the benefit of weeds, because like a weed is not a weed. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
They're all plants, herbs. Most
Well,
of the,
it is a weed. It's just not what we've been conditioned to think a weed is, which is a weed kills everything.
Well, when you say it is a weed, and then we look up the definition of a weed, if that definition doesn't correlate with what the plant is, then
Let me look up the definition.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
yeah, weeds. In my opinion, I mean, shoot. To be honest with you, man, they don't really exist.
But that's what I'm saying. It has a bad connotation, but it's just
like a weed doesn't exist.
A wild plant growing where it is not wanted and in competition with cultivated plants.
So that second part about in competition with cultivated plants, that's the part where something growing where it's not wanted. That is a weed. Okay, that's fine. You can have anything could be a weed.
that's what I'm saying. Like you can have
So something that's so weed is not an actual plant. It would be like a description then,
It's
Right.
a description, but it's the second part of the description that I don't agree with.
like the competition part.
Yeah. No, there's no competition.
they're there for a reason.
It's there for a reason, and it's typically because you've planted a species of plant that's not supposed to be there.
So I still think that what I said was still correct.
What did you say?
I said that the connotation around a weed or what we've been taught a weed is wrong. So connotation is the word sounds bad, right?
I know.
So we think of.
that word.
I know. I'm not talking. Just. It's for the people. Maybe they don't know what connotation
Audio
means.
broadcast, man. You gotta teach the people.
You gotta teach the people, man. People, like, what does that mean, right? So the word sounds bad. We've been taught that all weeds are bad and they need to die, just like dandelions, right?
What's wrong with dandelions?
Well, they're considered a weed.
They're considered a weed.
That name sounds beautiful. I never thought that would be anything.
It's not about what you think; it's about what we've been taught.
Dandelions.
Fuck what you thought.
Dandelions are good for everything.
Yeah, you start you can they're you take the plants, you make teas, they're great, and all of a sudden now they're becoming even more and more popular.
And you can't get rid of dandelions.
They keep coming back year after year. They're weeds.
Now, here's what I learned from my book about dandelions. They actually pull up nutrients from deeper in the soil, from deeper in the ground than your traditional plants.
Probably why they're so good for you.
It's why they're everywhere. Because our soil.
Oh, those are dandelions.
Yeah.
Look, the white things that you blow away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
when they're what are they over their finishing or whatever?
As we were kids, we've always
Those
like,
are the seeds.
Those are the seeds?
Yeah.
I've always thought those things.
Do they start white and then go yellow? Or do they start white or yellow then go white?
They should start yellow first.
I didn't know they were the same thing.
That's
I
what
thought they
I'm
were
saying.
two different.
Okay.
But I think
See, they age and turn gray, and then they get blown away.
you're
like
asking
humans.
if this yellow thing turns into the white thing?
Or if the white thing turns into the yellow.
No, I don't think so. I think those are two different things.
Yeah, I
Two different
But they-
plants?
just-
No, it's just two different parts of the cycle.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to say you don't know.
Steven, you said, does the yellow thing turn into the white thing? And I'm like, no.
So then the white thing turns into the yellow thing.
No, two different parts of the plant.
Okay. Because
Oh, it's two different parts. Just like
This flower, you're basically asking, does the flower petal turn into a seed, right? Like the petal?
yes.
Or are you asking, does the seed come from this stalk?
I'm asking, is it the same thing?
Can you answer it the way I asked it?
I
Are you asking if the petals turn into these seeds, or are you asking, does it come from the same stalk?
I'm asking, does the petal turn into the seeds, or do the seeds turn into the petals?
is it like
No.
Is it like Gohan?
It's okay
No.
to say you don't know.
Okay, but I just told you no, though.
No what?
No
I asked
to
you
both. No to both.
Okay.
Neither one of those is true.
Okay. So they're two different plants?
I don't know. Okay. So with the plants, you have the flower, which will typically, if it's a fruit, the flower will turn into a fruit.
So then the
And
white
then
would come
and then
first.
the seeds would be inside of the fruit. But with this, because there's no fruit, the flowers are going to wither away, and either the seeds are going to come after it, or it's going to sprout up a different stalk. So you might come two stalks. One will have the flower, one will have the seeds. But they're not. They're usually the seeds are going to come towards the end of the life cycle.
I got a question. What happened to lightning bugs? Y'all remember the lightning bugs?
I haven't seen them things.
You see them at nighttime?
Wait, I've never seen them in Texas at all.
Well, they're I don't they're indigenous to certain areas, so some areas you don't really see them, but
We used to see them a lot.
Well,
as
that's probably because we
children.
lived in the north and then the northeast,
Midwest, and
Midwest.
East Coast.
So lightning bugs aren't typically all over the U.S.
I don't think lightning bugs are just everywhere, and not because they can't be. It's more of a climate thing.
Interesting. Could be too hot for them down south.
But I did see lightning bugs out here once, just a couple. They are out here, so it's more of a climate thing. Okay, so what's happening to the lightning bugs? They're being killed, just like
all the damn kids out there capturing them in jars.
It's the chemicals in the.
We got to stop these kids from capturing them lightning bugs. Okay, it's too dark outside. It's the kids.
It's the chemicals from the environment.
The chemicals are killing them, basically. Did y'all get a chance to watch the Katt Williams interview?
I purposely did not watch it
Why?
because I don't want Joe Rogan to have more views than.
Oh,
Shannon.
he's not. He's not.
It's not
slow
the
down.
same. No, because it's not the same type of interview.
energy at
So
all.
he's not the
Like,
the black support that there's no drama. It's
yeah,
education.
It's literally the
So it's
Okay,
not going to
all
be
right.
the same.
I just wanted to look. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wanted to watch it play out for a few days, see what the view count was looking like. I was like,
It
okay.
was only 6 million, right?
It's not going to break
Yeah,
Shannon's
I said,
because
okay.
there's no drama.
I said, okay, it's slowed down. I'll go watch it.
It's a good.
I know it's gonna be good because
I was
Katt
like,
Williams.
Chris, I think you'll like it specifically. I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but no, Chris would definitely like that.
I liked it too, though.
Steven, it sounds like something that you.
Yeah, I've already watched it.
How did you think of it?
I
I'm
thought-
not gonna not talk about it because this nigga didn't watch it. Fuck that.
There's nothing that he said that was like, oh, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like, it was a great conversation.
No, it was a really good conversation.
Katt, he is so careful with how he speaks about
he's
things.
a genius.
Yeah.
And the thing about Katt Williams is he's not just a great comedian. He's crazy too.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? He's basically like the David Goggins of comedians. Mm-hmm. You know, I think maybe it goes without saying that Katt Williams might be the greatest comedian of our time.
I think
I wouldn't even say just comedian, but just his mind. Where his mind is, he's a lot more forward thinking, and
For sure.
and he's a lot less. like he taught me a lot just from that interview. You know, especially about like Illuminati. Because also I listened to this guy, I'm not sure if you know, his name is Hotep Jesus.
I've heard of him.
And-
I don't listen to him actually.
And after I watched that, the Joe Rogan Katt Williams, I was like, oh, I have to hear what Hotep Jesus is going to say because he's going to break it down.
Oh, about what Katt was talking about.
Yeah, like certain points in the interview when they were talking and stuff. And so he was, it came a point in the interview where Joe Rogan and Katt was talking, and Katt was just like, I know about the Illuminati. And he said, I am the Illuminati. And like, you're not. Like, I know you're not Illuminati because I'm Illuminati yourself. And I was like, okay, I kind of don't understand. But if you don't understand that, like, what Illuminati originates from, you'll be confused. Like, oh, this nigga's talking about some secret group. But if you look at the origin of the Latin word Illuminati, it's all about just having the knowledge of, because like we would all be considered someone who would be Illuminati just because we're enlightened.
And I was gonna say illuminated mentally.
Yes, having awareness and knowledge that empowers you, and so I mean, I only know that because Hotep, he broke it down and he actively does the research on the screen and show you where it comes from and things like that.
That's dope.
But yeah, there was so much gems dropped in that damn interview. When he's speaking about, I know you probably, this kind of went viral because even my mom sent me this about him talking about menthols or whatever. Yeah. About, because Joe Rogan.
Of course, that's the thing that goes viral.
Right.
He said, I know I'm going to get canceled for this. Joe.
He said, this ain't racist. He said, that is so racist. Because Joe Rogan asked, he was like, why do black people like menthol so much or whatever?
Very innocent question, honestly. And I think it was a great question.
But you can see how someone from the outside looking in, if they just see that clip, it could be taken the wrong way.
Of course.
And that's why Katt was just like, what you asked me could be considered, or it's going to come off as racist, even though we both aren't racist.
Yeah.
And even the way that he worded that, I felt like he was covering all grounds for both him and Joe.
Yeah.
And he just spoke about like how now in California they banned the sale of menthol,
all flavored cigarette device and devices. Period.
Honestly, that's crazy.
I didn't think that menthol was a flavor, but it is.
I didn't know either.
California is crazy.
This is why we can't have Gavin Newsom, bro. He's crazy.
Isn't Gavin doing this though? Like
that's what I'm saying. He's the governor of California.
He is, but is it him? It is, but isn't it just California though? Isn't it just California?
The governor plays a huge role in the laws, the state laws, all this stuff.
Just like the president, right?
No, that's why we say you always vote for your locals, because they actually have power.
Look, the mayor. I think you would have a better the mayor. The mayor
is over the city.
I think the mayor is going to have more impact than the governor.
The governor has the whole state. The whole state of California is crazy. It's crazy, crazy as hell.
Here's the thing, though. When I listen to people who talk about California, leaving California, it's been crazy. They were talking about leaving California 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, but it's just gotten worse. I mean, California's always been very progressive.
We can't just blame it on him.
Okay, but he's made it to.
I think it's the culture. And I think it's more of I think it's the culture, it's the laws, and it's the council members. I mean, you could blame the governor; he's the head. But it's the same thing with the president. You're going to blame the president.
It's just gotten ever since 2020.
I don't disagree. I think Gavin is crazy, right? But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to sit here and just say California's crazy because of him.
Okay, no, all right, okay, I agree with that.
I feel like California it's like the melting pot of psychos, or just like
left is what you want to say.
It's the furthest left of the country you can get. So yeah, they're going to be the most liberal. They're wild out there
because they have so much going on. You have like the Google headquarters down there.
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
I think Apple's down there too, right?
Everything there. Everything.
Yeah, so like even Elon Musk, like where he does his Tesla stuff, it's all on in California, and so technology is excelling because of the people that live in California.
They have more technology in California than anywhere else in our country.
And it makes sense because the last time I visited California, which was years ago, it's been a while since I've been in Cali. But since the last time I was down there, I was just like, yo, it's way more advanced than how like things were, coming from Texas. And I'm just like, man, it's crazy.
It still is.
It's just wild, man. Just to think about, like, because even during the Katt Williams and Joe Rogan, they were speaking about like AI and artificial intelligence, or he kept mentioning Elon Musk in some form or fashion.
Who, Joe?
No, Katt.
He was definitely a big topic of the conversation throughout the entire.
But I feel as if he is, like, the world is viewing Elon Musk as like this good guy, this good crazy guy. But hey, man,
Elon's a psycho. They basically said, like, you can't be, in order for you to become a billionaire, you got to be doing shade. You have to be crazy.
I said it years ago, Mel. I think it might have been on our first podcast.
You have.
Yeah,
I've been told. Yeah, okay. So y'all.
Elon is not the good guy. Yeah,
he's not. Like,
he's not the good guy that we think he is.
Listen, I thought he was too at first. You know what I'm saying? Because when I very first learned about Elon, it was really Tesla. That was really because I studied Tesla. So I'm like, okay, he picking up where Tesla left off, but it's like, no, that's just the name of the company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then as I started diving deeper into what he was doing, it's like, bro, he is the perfect. He Tony Stark and da da da. Like, he looks good, but underneath all of that, he's an evil genius. He's like that. And it's like, bro, he's been a part of the bringing where AI is right now. He has been at the forefront of it the entire time, working on different projects that he ejects once it gets too hot, or once it's like, I'm gonna build it up to what it needs to be, and then I'm gonna leave and wash my hands because you guys are going the wrong way with it.
Yeah, that's what he literally did with OpenAI. All those companies out there, he was right there helping build it up, and then they started going the wrong way. This is gonna be used for bad, and he leaves. It's like, Elon, so you didn't take your technology, you didn't patent it, you just left. Like, we'll just see what happens. Like, you started up this whole mess. I mean, listen, man.
Have y'all seen how AI is now? Like, it's
getting crazy.
Obviously, it's getting more crazier, but they showed a video where AI, let's just say, for instance, you all were doing like your videos for like the JR72 or something like that. They had it where you're just speaking, you're giving your thing, but then they change it to a different voice, but you're actually speaking it in that language, like your mouth is saying the words, like you are saying it in this word.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's actively translating for another country?
Or
is that what you mean?
Well, it's just speaking a different language. Like, it's speaking Spanish for like a scene that you're doing, and like the lips match up and the voice and the tone, the emotions. They also had it where, let's say you didn't say any words. Like, let's say you actively were speaking in this particular scene. They showed the exact scene, the exact same way, and they made it to where you were like not saying anything.
Oh,
I was just like, this is crazy.
I've seen it. I just saw it where a dude basically wasn't being recorded at all. It was just his AI, and it looked so clean that I said, if it weren't for the fact that he told me this was AI, what I see that's a little off, I would just chalk it up to the internet being laggy or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was really just his mouth. That was the only thing.
And you could missync or lag or something.
Lag. So I was like, huh. And of course, it's a program, right? He's like, you don't even have to do it. This isn't even me talking right now. This is my AI. And it's like,
it's crazy, man.
you have to have countermeasures in place now. So, okay, let's keep it a buck, right? Like, they'd be like, oh, people are going to be able to. You could trick regular people on the internet who are just scrolling the internet,
easily,
not being aware, right? But it's not like someone's going to be able to commit a crime like this. So we don't have to worry about that, because
not an in-person crime, but they could artificially inseminate a crime and show it.
Inseminate
Right.
crime. Is that the right? term?
I don't know. It sounds good, nigga. But they can create that online.
Correct. So let's take the R. Kelly situation.
Or deep fakes.
Right?
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, we could do a deep fake on R. Kelly now where it's like it shows his face with sex tape and everything and use it against him, right? However, once you go to like review that footage, you'll see that it was doctored or that it was AI. So it's not, you could use
For
it
now.
to sell. No, that's how it's always going to be. You could use it to trick people into making it seem like Joe Rogan's selling the scale. You know what I mean? Click here to join AHA JR72. It's a great program. I just got off of it. I lost 15 pounds. You could do that. Of course, you're going to get sued. But as far as like committing a crime, you got to worry about that.
Dude, it's crazy. From the time that you mentioned ChatGPT to us till now, which was not that long ago, bro, ChatGPT be going hard. I be in there. You know,
You have a subscription?
It's free.
But there's
I'm sure they have a pro version, but I don't use that.
Mel, it's a subscription, right?
Google now has Gemini,
Which is apparently racist.
I'm sure it is, but
I mean, like literally, you can't create white people in there or something like that.
oh,
They showed where
like
if they said show me Vikings, like pictures of Vikings,
and they're black.
and it showed you like an Asian Viking, a black Viking, another type of black Viking, and then they also said show me like the people who rock with Hitler and all that stuff. It was like an Asian, Nazis. It was a black person. I was just like, bruh. It was like it was fighting against trying to create white people in all of its things. So it was
I've never tried to create a white person, but I've used it. I think I saw an ad and I was like, let me check this out. And it was literally just Gemini.com or whatever, Gemini.google or whatever it was. And it was the simplest thing. There wasn't any program. Like I was like, maybe a blueberry smoothie with dragon fruit and banana. And it literally looked great.
Okay, but okay, so you're saying it's racist, but then I mean all the other ones are racist too
Well,
because
not necessarily racist, but just woke.
whatever. I mean whatever you're saying, the other ones are the same way because
Reverse racist.
Reverse racism is racism, right?
It really is.
It is.
But because when you go to other programs, it's always leans white. Like it's not gonna if you don't say a race or whatever, it's gonna lean white. So.
Both ChatGPT and like the Gemini, all of them have things where you can tell that there's some sort of control in there.
Yeah, they all lean left.
They have a bias that's programmed within them.
You know, there's a you guys don't have Snapchat, right?
No.
Okay, me neither. But Snapchat has an AI, unless they took it away. But which I don't see why they would, because I haven't heard anything about them taking it away. But they have a companion who literally you can talk to.
Oh, it's like a friend, like that movie. What's that? Her? Was that her?
Is it through chat or the doll?
The movie Hakeem Phoenix or whatever. It was a movie where he fell in love with an AI bot.
Oh no, I was thinking about the movie Megan with the AI doll.
That's a doll.
You've seen that one?
Yeah.
That bot. It's not a bot. It's a little cube. There's a little physical cube that it's almost this, it looks like a Rode microphone, the little clip-on microphone, the little square.
What is it called?
I want to say it's called Rabbit or something. I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about. But is that what he's talking about?
I'm talking about the movie.
It's not exactly what he's talking about. It's more about what you're talking about, actually. But it's not in the app. It's out of the app.
They can't. That is something.
Companion.
But that companion,
Yeah, the companion
is a different beast.
Yeah,
You can ask it crazy, complex questions.
You're talking about companion on Snapchat or just in general the companion type AI?
I'm talking about the little box.
Oh, the rabbit. It's called a rabbit.
Because you think to yourself, nigga, I could just use my Google for this. No, the questions you can ask this rabbit is crazy. It's crazy.
Have you asked anything?
No, I watched the demo though.
You don't have one.
I don't think I'm gonna get one. All of this stuff is just gonna be more stuff I'll have to purge later on. So I'm just kind of doing my best to stay away from it. Use kind of like low grade versions of it. I need to use it in my business because you want to compete and everything. and it's super convenient. I mean, it really helps.
Yeah.
But I'm not at a place where I want to immerse myself in it, because we all see where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that it could be absolutely beautiful and at the same level, absolutely evil.
Yeah.
So I'm neutral. I feel neutral about it. And my goal is just really just to use it as little as possible.
Chat GPT, I ask it a few questions. Like, I'll put something in, say, make me a chart, make me a graph, something like that. Other than that, I don't go crazy with it. All the other AI stuff, I'll mess with it. And I'm not saying that there's not benefit to it, right? But I really, like, for example, that whole voice, you know, where you hear on TikTok and Instagram, like, his name is Adam, but he is a voice.
Adam.
Where he does his voiceovers for everything. And it's AI, obviously, and it's super popular, you know, and it allows people to just hide. And they don't have to talk. They don't have to get on screen. They literally can showcase a product. They can showcase whatever, and then the AI talks. They can just run B-roll, and then the AI talks, right? Mm-hmm. So what I think that it's doing is it's really causing us to be less social, less interactive,
less creative,
because literally you don't have to. And you think, oh no, that's still being creative. I have to write the program. I have to shoot. Like, bro, you're not using your voice. Your voice is one of the most powerful things that you have. And as a human, you're not learning tone or inflection or how your tone affects the user. Or like, you can literally just type in, say this sentence in a positive or an emotional type way, or say this like you're happy, or say it like you're angry, and he does it. Mm-hmm. So it is degrading our society, and we're at the very beginning of it. But man, give it 20 years. Not even. I mean, my God. I mean, on this, in the same vein, you know, we talked about glasses for the Apple Vision. Mm-hmm. Well, I just saw that, and I don't know if it's not like released, but one of the creators that helped Apple create Apple Vision left Apple and made his glasses. So they're not like for sale. They look kind of wonky. They look like Steve Jobs circle glasses. But it uses 3 different AIs, and it has a camera in the frame, and it literally just uses 3 different AIs to capture what you're looking at. So you have one AI that specifically works with visuals and graphics. You have another AI like ChatGPT, which helps with get information. ChatGPT is like Google, getting information. You have another AI which is about sound recognition, and the glasses you're literally like Tony Stark or Spider-Man when he got the Tony Stark glasses. So it's not an Apple product, right? And it's not necessarily yet for sale, but it's already happening. I saw a reel yesterday where they've introduced AI into construction. So specifically, did you see that?
I think I've seen something about it. Yeah.
With the Vision Pros, and then this guy literally I guess he's a construction worker, or he works in construction, but he literally opens his app, and then he takes it, pins it, he has all his measurements, and then he uses this tool that measures specifically what he needs to cut. He moves this thing around. I'm like, this is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be lit for construction.
My issue is because I can't tell the visibility, what type of visibility you have. I could see that someone using a saw, it could be a little dangerous.
With the Pro thing, with the Apple thing that they came out, it's just like on your face.
Have you? I know
I haven't seen it, but everyone.
You have to wear goggles when you work with those tools anyway.
Yeah, no, but they're clear.
Yeah, they say you have the option of
Right.
seeing and walking through and being able to, but you can just normally see.
But you're saying visibility. But
I'm just talking about pure visibility.
I'm saying you have to wear goggles, safety goggles.
Yeah,
anyway.
they're not. These are like tinted. They're colored. They have. I don't. What I'm saying is, it's distracting. Also,
Well,
it's not just about the visuals. You have all these other. You can have multiple screens up.
Here's the thing. No one's saying when you use it as a construction worker, you're just gonna walk through the whole day wearing them. But when you're in a room, you're working in a space, and you're getting measurements, you have no idea how time consuming it is when you have to Because when you build something from scratch, a lot of times you don't have reference points. You know what I'm saying? When you go out there to actually lay the slab, the foundation, or whatever you're gonna do, you have to use like a special device to locate exactly where the building should go on the actual land. You know what I'm saying? You're building it from scratch. So imagine being able to just put the goggles on, and because the coordinates and everything have already been downloaded to the goggles from Google Map or whatever the case is, and you're accurate within an eighth of an inch or whatever the case may be, bro, like that's a game changer for how quickly, like I can see how beneficial that would be.
I definitely saw the benefit in that. My issue was safety. But that's also because I've never worn them, and I don't know, maybe they're not distracting. Maybe it's just how we view it on our phone. But for the most part, I mean, he had no problem navigating or anything. He knew what he was doing. But that's my issue.
I listen, I'm not against you, because guess what? You got to take them goggles off once you leave that little small area, because I mean, a construction zone is already very dangerous. Even with all the safety protocols we have in place, people still die on construction sites to this day. Like, you know what I mean? And not even just death, fingers getting cut off, legs. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So safety is a major issue. And, you know, for me, I thought I was a very safe person. I never got seriously injured, but I got injured too. And I was very safe. As a matter of fact, I took it as a way to basically work at my own pace. Because because my company cared about safety. So as long as I was being safe, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like okay, you don't have to work fast. You don't have to produce as much because you're being safe. But I can see the benefit there, man.
Did you all hear about the Kellogg's CEO? Y'all familiar with it at all?
The CEO? No.
Of Kellogg's? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all watch this video, and so I can check this out and we can comment afterwards. Here it is.
The cereal category has always been quite affordable, and it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. So some of the things that we're doing is first messaging. We got to reach the consumer where they are. So we're advertising about cereal for dinner. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable. I'm all for innovation and marketing, but the idea of having cereal for dinner, is there the potential for that to land the wrong way? We don't think so. In fact, it's landing really well right now, Carl. When we look at all of our data, of course we would know that breakfast cereal is the #1 choice for in-home consumption. We understand that for breakfast. It turns out that over 25% of our consumption is outside the breakfast occasion. A lot of it's at dinner, and that occasion continues to grow, as well as the snacking occasion. But cereal for dinner is something that is probably more on trend now, and we would expect to continue as that consumer is under pressure. The cereal category.
And he's basically talking about, you know, since there's like a lot of price hikes in just food in general, he is basically encouraging people to eat cereal.
Are they dropping the price of their cereal? Because Kellogg's is going through the roof.
No.
All of their cereals are $5 a box. Why would you consume literally empty calories, no fiber, and pure sugar for dinner?
And iron.
And actual real iron, like not like folate, not good iron, like actual, but literally iron that you can take out with a magnet.
That's wild. I mean, cereal for dinner. I mean, having breakfast for dinner, okay, but just cereal? Nah, bro.
Okay, so here's what I'm noticing. First of all, obviously, I think that's disgusting. It's one of the most blatant moves against us. Well, clearly they did this in the 90s as well, but like they packaged it differently. The economy was different. It was different. So it's kind of like an option. So right now what they're doing is, like I think I mentioned on the last pod, they're blowing up the farms. Bill Gates is buying up the farmland, probably going to turn it into some kind of synthetic meat factory or whatever. Who knows? The Biden administration passed a law to put pressure on the gig economy. So I don't know if it was the last pod we were talking about the gig economy. The gig economy was said to pretty much impact like 50% of the nation over the next like 3 to 5 years. 50% of people were going to have a gig. Who knows what the numbers are now, because it could already be there. but that was some stats I heard a year or two ago, right? So a lot of people were doing like DoorDash, Uber Eats, et cetera, et cetera. Well, now they changed the laws to where a company, basically they made it more stringent for you to say that you're a contractor or you're a gig or you have a side hustle. So now what they're trying to do is force these gig workers to become employees, which sounds good because it's like, oh, you know, you're going to get benefits. You got to give them a certain amount of and protection and all this other stuff. But what it essentially does is it strangles that company and that economy, whatever it is they're servicing, because either now those companies that pretty much allowed for most of their gig workers are essentially just gonna work. They're gonna do a little something. They're not taking it seriously. It's a couple bucks real quick. And then there's those few that do it for a living, right? But now those ones that do it for a living, they're basically gonna probably end up having to be employees. And then they're gonna have to get overtime, and it would essentially kill that business.
Yeah, and then you're already getting taxed crazy
Right.
for these services anyway.
Right.
So then they're gonna have to raise them, and they're taxing us already. And it's just like, yo, Uber, y'all don't do anything. You manage the servers, you manage your app, you manage. I get that.
And they manage the liability.
Right. But your drivers are doing everything. You have no product. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They are the product.
This is what I'm saying, and they make so much money. So,
Yeah, that's the goal.
So which I don't have a problem with. What I have a problem with is those them damn fees. Like you charge me more fees based upon the amount that is ordered, not the actual one-time service.
So here's the thing. I would contend that part of the reason why the fees are so high is because of legislation. I mean, do you think Uber Eats wants to jack up the price just because? You know what I mean? So when things like this happen, for example, like if they say, okay, minimum wage is $15, and now you have Chick-fil-A hiring at $19 an hour to outdo the competition, or whatever case may be, they're gonna pass that on to the customer. Got to come from somewhere.
They are increasing minimum wage and
Minimum wage I think is $15.
I saw out in was it Pennsylvania? Was that Pennsylvania? I can't remember if I was in Pennsylvania or Maryland. I think it was Maryland. But it was like Wawa was starting people off at 19.
Right.
Wawa in Maryland.
Right, and then so you have to ask the question, why? Is it because they're just generous and they want to, or is it legislation forcing them? Right. So if the companies want to be compliant and keep their business. Now, so here's what's going to happen, because people are like, okay, they're conforming to it, they're paying it, blah, blah, blah. They'll just take the money from that CEO. No, what's going to end up happening is they're going to bide their time so that they can then insert AI. So that you have a AI checkout, you've got the robots making the food behind, and then you just eliminate the people. So to bring it back full circle, what this nigga is doing is he's capitalizing on the pressure that we are feeling as consumers. Obviously, they destroyed our dollar. Inflation is crazy. They're killing the gig economy, which was our answer to all of this BS, right? That's how people kept afloat. And they're going to crush all of that and then have you eating cereal, which, as we know, Dr. Kellogg was an absolute maniac. So the cereal is trifling. I mean, it's terrible for you. And, of course, they target children because as adults, our generation probably eats a lot of cereal, but our parents didn't.
Our parents didn't, but it's getting worse as it goes down.
It gets worse.
I know adults right now that they're like, there was a post and somebody was like, show me your cereal cabinet. And these are people that I know. And so many people had tons of cereal.
Really?
Yeah, because I think a lot of them as children probably couldn't have certain things.
That's exactly
Cocoa
right.
Puffs, honey nut Cheerios, like all these different cereals because they were expensive. Now as adults, they're like, yeah, I'm getting them now. They eat cereal.
Yeah, they eat cereal.
And as the guy said, like he did say, like a lot of it is for a snack or for dinner.
Yeah.
Now he said 25%, which obviously 25% is quite a bit, but instead of going and getting a banana or an apple, they'll just go get a bowl of cereal.
I used to eat cereal,
I did too.
like as an adult.
Me too.
And Like I would normally get like the honey bunches of oats.
Thinking that, well, you meat, those are my favorite. But you thought because they thought they were healthy.
I'm like, it's better than fucking Cocoa Puffs and all that.
Raisin Bran Crunch.
Hey man,
It used to give me crazy gas every time I ate
I
it.
imagine all that damn fiber.
Bro, I
but
love
that
Raisin Bran
fiber's probably
Raisin
fake.
Raisin Brands.
Raisin Bran Crunch.
I don't know the difference between Raisin
It's got
Bran
granola in it.
and Raisin Bran.
Got
Crunch.
granola.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the game
Honey.
changer.
Anytime I think of Raisin Bran, I think of an old woman.
Raisin Bran's good.
No, especially Raisin Bran Crunch. That's for the young ones.
I never had.
If I have a desire for cereal, which I haven't had in a while, I've had cereal since I've been in Texas, but not Honey Nut Cheerios. What do we say?
I say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, that's not what you said.
He said
I said honey bunches of
Honey
oats.
bunches of oats. That's there we go. Or Life. So I used to like Cinnamon Life.
Life.
Yeah,
They're like the little squares.
Yeah, that's weird.
They're all made out of the exact same thing, right? So anyway, it's all the sugar and
Variety,
all the
man.
other stuff. It's all the same thing.
Captain Crunch,
Nah,
man.
but Reese Puffs.
Yeah, Reese Crunch.
I used to fuck up them Reese.
Yeah,
Puffs.
Reese Puffs.
But if I want cereal now, which I haven't had in years, I'll literally do like an almond milk or something, and then granola.
Yeah,
Literally.
that works. Also,
Plain.
there's brands that obviously know, like Kellogg's and all that is trash. So there's brands, and they even target adults because they're not like the fun cartoon branded stuff. You know what I mean?
What cereal would target adults? Would it have to be responsible or something?
There's a company called Magic Spoon, I think.
It's like a subscription.
Yeah, the boxes are not that big, but and they're expensive.
They're tiny.
They're expensive, but they are cereal brands that target adults, and they're healthy cereals.
But they got naked women on there or something?
No, they look,
It looks like that new artwork, the big head and the little body, or the little body and the big body and the little head.
they target
Weird.
adults. It's not. It's advertised to adults. All the other cereals in the food in the store, they target children. So, mommy, can you buy this? Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want.
Right. We don't go down that aisle.
What's the
Forbidden aisle.
what's the thing with the frog? Honey Smacks.
I used to love Smacks.
I used to like Smacks.
I used to love Smacks.
Man, when I started making money, like I would buy the big bag of the off-brand. What was the name of the company?
I never did off-brand, man.
What?
Yeah, that off-brand is.
What? You grew up in the hood.
I know. I said, fuck that off-brand. We ain't never get off-brand.
Seriously?
Well, Mel was privileged.
We ain't never get
Oh,
off-brand.
you grew up in
Mel
the
was
hood,
pretty-
but he had money.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't have money, nigga.
But he
If
had-
you did,
but
if
he
you
had-
wasn't drinking
but he had-
Mountain Lion instead of
he had
Mountain
Nikes,
Dew.
though. But he had Nikes though.
I ain't had no Nikes.
His
Oh yeah,
mom
you
made
definitely
sure-
had privilege.
Mel mom made sure he had gear and all that. So,
Oh.
I mean, you all had what, 8 siblings or something?
we had Reeboks. Is what we had.
It was
we had
Saucony's.
We had
I mean-
Converse when they weren't in style. Yes, Coney's when they weren't in style.
First off, don't let this nigga hype you. That's all Katt would he talking about.
Yeah, I didn't
it's
say you
not.
refute any of it.
No, nigga, I had FUBU shoes.
Food were popular back in the
I
day.
had FUBU shoes. I had
Yeah, what year, Mel?
when FUBU was popular.
Oh, so you're not helping yourself right now.
But they
He said Nike, you said FUBU, but when they were popular.
Nike and FUBU is different.
Yeah, but
Definitely,
you said
you
when they were
definitely had
popular.
Nike. Mel, come, bro, what?
Bro,
Hey,
I don't
what?
think I can't, bro. The
what?
Nikes that I had were
You're
like the
speaking
Nikes
about
that you
times
get from Payless.
when I could have a job to get this type of stuff. When I was growing up, like it was very, very rare that like we would get
Mel,
like
what?
Jordans or
But
something.
you didn't have off-brand cereal.
Mel, what was your
But you
favorite?
didn't have off-brand
Mel,
cereal.
what was
Never
your
had
favorite
off-brand.
store to shop at back in the day? What was your favorite clothing
For
store?
clothing?
Yeah.
The Asian stores.
No, the brand name store. What was the brand name store you used to go
Nigga,
to? In Swift and Commons. Was it Swift?
Oh, Devereaux's.
Devereaux's.
Oh yeah, that was a hood
Devereaux's
class
was
spot.
so expensive.
Yeah, it was. But
I remember.
But it's falling into that trap of like, you grew up in the hood. Y'all have that one spot where everybody get their clothes, they get their J's. They get
Everybody
their
know where to get their clothes.
Devereaux's. Only Cincinnati know about that though. That's only a Cincinnati thing. If you don't know about that, you're not from Cincinnati. It'll be, but yeah. I mean, I wasn't like we weren't. I mean,
You weren't shopping at Walmart.
I don't even. I don't even. No, we were shopping.
I was
at
like, I didn't even know
Biggs.
they had clothes at Walmart.
No,
Bro.
I didn't. No, Walmart wasn't a maybe. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I used to. That's
They
what
were.
That's what
They
we used to get shoes.
Goodwill.
Bro, they got us shoes from Walmart one time that looked like orthopedic shoes. Had a strap.
I definitely had straps.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my
we,
god.
We struggled.
Hey man,
Struggle bus.
Hey, we struggled too, but my mom always found a way.
To get name brand stuff.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it was a consistent thing. You know, it'd be like, okay, it's your birthday, or you get these shoes for this one time thing. Yeah, but it wasn't like every week or every month.
I'm not saying it was every week.
Yeah, I mean, but no, but
No, did you never ate off-brand cereal? That's all I need to know right there.
yeah, who eats off-brand cereal?
We did.
We did.
Yeah, y'all had multiple like kids, and
Yeah, we grew up a little differently.
Yeah.
You grew up, you had,
You know,
you
we
had a
was
little
poor.
money.
y'all had a house,
We
right?
was poor growing
Y'all
up.
lived in a house, right?
What?
Y'all lived in a house, right?
Whoa.
Huh? Me and my brother slept in the same room, twin
we
beds.
had apartments. We lived in apartments for a while.
Okay. Don't go there because we lived with our grandma in her house. And
Oh, you had a grandma?
yeah, we lived with our grandma and there was one room for the children. It was a children's room.
in the back room next to the bathroom.
Damn.
We had at one point I know we had at least 3 beds and there was a bunk bed and then the main bed. So 2 was on the main bed. It was like it had to be like a full size bed and then the bunk beds.
Oh, you're talking about Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did y'all remember those apartments, how they were set up? Because I'm visualizing how my apartment was set up when I lived in Roselawn. It's like you have the living room, but then you go and then there's the bedroom, like it'd be me and my brother's bedroom, then you go again and then it's my mom's bedroom. So in order to get to my mother's bedroom, you had to go through my bedroom.
Through it?
You had to. That was the only way.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's how the New York apartments were set up.
That is horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible.
No, that's
Like back
project.
then it was cool, but think about it now. In order to get to your room, you have to go. So just imagine if I had some girls over or something like that.
Bro, there's a reason.
Was that in the
first.
where was
Right.
you said that was Roselawn?
Yeah.
No, I never saw that in Roselawn.
I don't think you've been to that spot that I lived at when I was living on New Bedford.
But that's not like the projects.
Hey man, we definitely lived like in the apartment building that we knew everyone. And it was like 25 people living in there. Well, we knew everyone that was in that damn apartment building. Like absolutely everyone. And it was because me and my
How? Did you go knock on their door? Like, can I get some sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cats, we would knock on people's doors. Hey, let me get some sugar. Let me get your like the can opener. There was one, and plus we were kids, so we were running around throughout the
Y'all was ninja knocking?
Nah, not through our building, but we all were connected in some way. Everyone in this one building, we knew each other. Like I can actively go through my mind and of different years and different times of everyone, even on the bottom floor, the middle floor, the top floor. Like, I mean, I already told you about the dude that I live next to. He'll be fucking shaking it. We'll just shake his door. He used to come. Me and my mom, we still be laughing about that shit because that is wild to think. But yeah, I was just thinking about like how the homes were set up, because that's some BS to have to go through someone else's room in order to get to yours.
If it was kids, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But a 2-bedroom apartment like that, where you're gonna have 1 or 2 adults, I would. Unless it's just cheap and that's what you have. That's what you have.
It's gonna be very cheap,
But
bro.
obviously, it's set up like that to be as space efficient as possible.
Yeah, think about how many apartments you can fit in that building if it's a shotgun. If each apartment's a shotgun. But I mean, the shotgun houses. That's what they were too. So that makes sense.
Still sucks. Lack of privacy.
Yeah. I remember I had Simone over there. It was me, Simone, Brittany, Lamar, and
Wait, Mar knew you back then?
Oh yeah.
I just never went to your house then?
I don't think you were active. I don't know, because I met.
That's back when we didn't like each other.
Well, I didn't like you. I'm not sure if you didn't like me. But
I had no problem with you.
I know I didn't like Chris.
I didn't have no problem
I didn't know
with
there
you.
was a time when
But-
that was like that.
When we first met.
This nigga played my character, man. He played my character in
Lit-
Smash Bros. Like,
He literally had beef with me,
Sheik?
and I didn't know for a while.
Sheik?
Yeah, he played Sheik. I was like, who the fuck? I said, who plays Sheik? I play Sheik. I'm the only one who plays Sheik. I got possessive over my character, so yeah. I mean, I'm not like that no more.
That's I know, but that's how far you've come.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When people play my characters in games, I still get a little like, it's mine. You know what I mean? But
You know that there's probably millions of people that
which I now understand. But in my, you know what I mean? But
He was just in his own world back then.
Yeah, in my
the
own
internet
world.
didn't really.
I was in my own.
The only thing we did on the internet back then, we would download moves. If we couldn't get past a certain
guides.
board,
Cheat
cheat
guides.
guides. You know what I'm saying? Like,
brutalities and finish.
finish combat. I used to buy the strategy guides for those. Like go to like the
Yeah,
store.
man, I
you
remember
had-
back in
you
the
had
day,
money.
man. You
I had job.
wow.
you was privileged.
I've been working since I
Mel,
was
did
like
you have
14.
a game genie?
Yeah.
Exactly. I rest my case.
Yeah.
Privileged.
Game Genie, that's the cheat. That's the ultimate cheat.
Like the Game Shark and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it in and you put it in Nintendo and they give you all the codes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all had that.
No, we did not.
I don't,
one point-
I,
at
remember,
one point-
I
at one
remember
point-
us having it, but not until it was like old.
Yeah, it was old at that time.
Yeah.
Mel had it when you would go to your friend's house and that one friend had it. That was Mel.
But you also have to keep in mind, I used to be on a swindle.
You know the crazy thing is, like,
I used to be on a
how
swindle back
they
then.
they literally built these things into the game.
Yeah.
The cheats, yeah, they had to.
Like who would have thought that?
No, you have to because you didn't have memory cards.
Yeah, so you had to find ways to beat the game.
I mean,
Them games were hard.
Some of those, yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of hard games because you had to play it until you turned it off. It was a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
The first, like on NES, the first Ninja Turtles, the very, very first one, all of them got red
the
bandanas.
unbeatable.
Yeah.
The
That shit is-
unbeatable Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
That is the most difficult game that I've ever played.
I refuse to play it today. I would, but
I have it.
I recently you have it on the emulator thing.
No, on the Nintendo.
Oh, I probably have it too.
It's so hard.
I think I actually
I've never
do
beaten
have
it.
it.
I've never beaten it.
You
None-
have to,
none of us have.
You have to you have to look at it as a strategy game.
There. I watched a guy on YouTube, and I saw like it was the hardest game ever, and it was just like playthrough, and he beats it, and I said, "Ain't no way." And I said, okay, let me watch this. Because I'm like, okay, maybe I've gotten close. Man, we probably got through half of that game.
What, the first one?
Yes.
No, we've gotten to the second board.
There were so... and that,
We didn't get to know half of the
that,
game.
that city
Yeah.
where you drive around...
And you didn't beat that level.
Yeah.
You might have got halfway through that city,
Bro.
but that's about it.
They passed that. I said, there's so much game.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I said, nobody's gotten here.
I've never even watched past that.
It was the first time I saw it. I said in my entire life, this is the first time I'm seeing this part of the game. It's so rare.
Yeah.
And anyone that we ever talked to that knows that game, I've never beat that. No one's ever beat it. Who told y'all to make this like this?
The thing about that game is when you're a child, when you think about like we were really playing hack and slashes.
Yeah.
Like even Ninja Gaiden, like it's really it's a strategy game, but it's still more hack and slash. With Ninja Turtles, you think it's a hack and slash, but it's actually 100% strategy game. So you don't play it like it's a hack and you don't play it like it's a strategy game. You don't make sure you keep all your turtles alive and they're at 100%. Like you don't go out your way to do that. Like you don't do any of that.
The games that we had back then compared to the games that kids are currently playing right now, oh my God.
Bro,
this is why they're soft.
That's
The
why they're
games are
soft.
soft now.
Like the graphics may be better.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
difficulty level?
difficulty is on a different.
Bro, it doesn't challenge them at all.
Bro, my son, he was playing my little thing. We were playing old school games. We were playing
Bomberman?
Bomberman.
Ooh, that's lit.
Oh my! First of all, I love Bomberman still.
The music in Bomberman is
It's
amazing.
so simple. I didn't pay attention to it, but it's so simple. But you get them power ups, and then the bombs start exploding further and further, and then you get the trigger bomb. Man, he was getting crushed,
Yeah.
and he was getting so mad. And I'm just like, hey man, like
Step your
Built
game
for
up.
it.
yeah, they're hard. They're so simple, but they're hard.
You ever play Paperboy?
Oh
What?
yeah,
Remember Paperboy?
man, that's a classic.
That was my
Everybody played
shit,
Paperboy.
man. Motherfucker be running, dogs. Hoo, hoo. The
Yeah.
neighbors come out, then you running from damn tornadoes and shit. There's potholes.
Paperboy was hard too, and there's no save. So
Yeah, no
it's just
save.
like
I never beat Paperboy,
No.
but I got you know.
Yeah, I got pretty far. I think I've beaten Paperboy, but I don't think I've gotten like the max.
Bro,
like,
you
of
gotta
what
sit
people-
there for like seriously. You gotta put in a whole day into those games
to
to
a
beat them.
day. You mean to actually beat it, but to learn how to beat it, weeks.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, yeah. Weeks.
But the game isn't even that. The games don't even be that long.
No, they're not.
But they're so difficult.
they're-
It's hard to beat.
They're hard to beat.
Like Tetris.
Oh,
Someone recently, like I think they had it on TikTok where
13-year-old, yeah.
where they cleared Tetris.
For the first time.
First time.
Yeah, first time.
First time recorded.
You can't actually. Yeah, you can't. It's
an unbeatable
It's
game.
unbeatable. It doesn't end. It just eventually crashes because it runs out of the ability to process further.
Yeah, and
So
a
it crashes.
13-year-old got to that point. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
That's dope, man. You beat the unbeatable game. Like, that's different. That just goes to show you that there's nothing in this world is impossible.
I mean, I agree. I don't believe in. Now that I'm learning more, and I would say a lot of it has affected the way that I perceive things, just because you see a lot of manipulation that happens, and like even the way that we define words and definitions and the way that we see things, it even further evolves my mind into of thinking that there's literally nothing that's impossible to achieve and to do in life. Like if you want to do something, or if you have the concept to make it a reality, it can happen. It's just there's a lot of outside things that come into us that makes us have doubt towards the things that we actively believe in, or someone cast their energy on us and say, you're not capable of doing this, or this is an impossible feat because no one has ever done it, you know. It's like that 4-second mile or that 4-minute mile thing, you know, that
That's
same
a fast
analogy.
mile.
Do a 3-minute mile.
Yeah, 3-minute mile, but they that's that 4-second mile. Like, nigga, you ready? 4
No,
seconds?
that's impossible. I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Talking about the Flash.
But, yeah, but it's you know, like I always now I don't believe in that word. Like, nigga, it's possible. Everything is
You
possible.
think you can run a 4-minute mile?
You see, now you got jokes.
Steven takes low blows.
No, that's not.
Y'all be going at each other.
Steven go,
Wait a minute.
No, because Mel, you got him at the beginning of the show.
hey man, yeah, man. Hey man, we got nah. I mean, it is what it is. It's all love though. It's all love, man. It's all love. But all right, last topic. Did you all hear about what's his name, Cam Newton?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but I was in the gym and I saw that the next morning these broadcasters were talking about it, but I have no idea what happened.
He got jumped at his like football camp.
Oh, it was his camp. Mm-hmm. I thought that he was just visiting, like, you know, let me just show up, yada yada yada.
No, it was like a 7-on-7 football camp. You know where
Yeah, he put on.
where he trains people, whatever.
Damn.
But originally it looked like kids that were jumping him.
Okay.
But later found out it was actually adults.
They were adults?
Yeah.
Like kids' parents, not like teenagers.
I'm not sure.
Coaches.
Yeah, okay, coaches. Because he was talking trash.
Coaches.
Yeah. They were coaches. Yeah. So it's like a league.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's designed to be high competition, high intensity. You know what I'm saying? Like all the things that you can't do in the in the more structured league, the official league. You know what I mean? You get away with taunting and stuff. So it's more grimy. It's more like, you know.
It's more grimy. So it's just like, bruh, like Cam Newton, first off, is a big human.
He's huge.
He's huge,
He's
yeah.
a huge man. And
That's why you had to jump him.
yeah, it would make. And plus, those dudes that were attacking him were tiny. They were small. They looked like teenagers, just because of the way they were moving so fast. But
They're athletes, so.
okay, and then
Oh, these were players?
No, they're not players, but I'm saying like.
Oh, the
you know what I'm
coaches
saying?
are
You
still
know,
athletes.
They were athletes.
Okay.
They coach now. They
Okay.
probably still work out and stuff. You know what I mean?
so they're probably a little bit more.
They're
fit,
not
a
like
little bit more active.
Yeah, they're more active.
Yeah, but I thought it was hilarious. Just watching like Cam Newton's hat, like just stay perfectly.
I only saw a snippet of it.
Let me see if I can find it so you can see it. But
I did see that he was towering over people and his hat was big and it stayed on.
He had that.
To be a great destination.
But I was in the gym watching it on one of the TVs, so I was They had subtitles. I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw, Cam Newton got in a fight, and they were like, the topic was this a bad look for Cam Newton? And I'm just like, well, Cam Newton got jumped. Like, what did he do? How are you going to say this is a bad look?
Obviously, you could de-escalate, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the story.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this video. It's a minute long. Actually, let me start back from the beginning.
Someone drop their cane.
That's me.
Why is staff sitting there like that?
Watch this white dude with the white hoodie about to sneak up.
You gonna sneak him?
Some dude with a white hoodie. Okay, that wasn't that long.
It's a scuffle.
Got heat for niggas like you.
Right? I got heat for niggas like you. Where that's from?
What's the story? What happened? Why did it get to this point?
I don't know.
Oh.
I honestly don't know. I think it was just trash talk.
I think it was trash talk.
I think it was just trash talk, and people couldn't take the trash
I
talk.
mean, listen, that was a scuffle.
That was a scuffle at best.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
When I saw they jumped him, I'm just like,
But there's another footage that shows like more. Let me see if I can.
he
find
probably
that.
barely. He
Sure,
probably
bro.
really didn't get hit for real. When
He did get hit.
He
Not
did?
there, but he got hit. So basically what happened was Cam didn't throw a punch.
Yeah, he was just holding him.
He just held him, and he basically, was
Smart.
This is the one. This is the one where you can see more.
Oh, he was closer. It was a different angle.
Yeah.
The fact that old boy ran up after he was clearly, like, that was...
Yeah.
How he piss off all of them that much? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not honorable.
Sometimes dudes just jump onto things just because, right? So you have energy and emotions that travel onto other people that have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Right? This is why you have women, great example, when they are upset, they go to the internet and they want people to get on their side. And then you see others get emotionally charged for a situation that has nothing to do with you.
Sure.
Like, so it's the same thing. But I'm just curious as to how we got to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, all we know is one of the guys was talking stuff, but that's what they do.
Yeah, that's normal.
It was. I think it was just, you know what I'm saying. I think it's
Bro,
just
when I
one of
played-
them moments.
When I played football and we played on the line, all you do is talk trash. It's the same guy against you the whole time, unless they bring somebody in. I started. So when you bring somebody in, second stringer, I'm about to tear you up. You know what I mean? You just talk trash the whole game. This is the thing that if you never play sports at all, you have no idea. Same happens with basketball, hockey. It doesn't matter the sport. So what,
I think it's just salty. It's salty that Cam is always like anytime he does something with football, I feel like he always gets the shaft.
What? So are they trying to? I mean, like he should get no push, like no blowback from this.
No,
like,
it's not necessarily.
it's not about that.
It's
This is just.
Well, here's the thing. He's organizing things. He does a lot of charity work.
Yeah.
And he's organizing things for the children. And so, the city can shut it down.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So if the city thinks it's dangerous, it's going to be fighting, and you know what I mean? It could just be a bad look, and it'll end up being bad for everybody.
The police were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that the police?
There was an officer, not staff. There was an officer in that last video.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense.
Like-
They have
like,
police at Walmart's.
you
Like,
should-
Police are always.
No, but I'm saying it must have happened so fast. You know what I mean? Like he had staff around. There's police actively in the video when he's getting pulled away from the other dude. How
It didn't last long, and
Yeah.
there wasn't. It was just he didn't throw any punches. I think obviously certain people are going to be like, yeah, it's a bad look. For us, we're going to be like, not really that big of a deal. But certain people from certain perspectives or certain seats or offices might think differently.
That's just BS because if he didn't do anything, If like you're just, you know what I mean? Like
No, I don't think it's like he was just chilling and they just jumped him. You know what I'm saying? It was something that escalated.
Right. But I'm saying like if he's doing something that is normal within that community and within that construct of what they're doing, and a team's getting blown out and they're just salty about it, that's not on him. Like that's
You're
just like
assuming though.
Well, I guess I'm assuming because I don't know.
Yeah.
So
The way I heard him talk about it, I wasn't really that interested, so I didn't listen to the whole thing. But basically, he from his mouth, he is disappointed with his actions. Which means that he played a role in inciting that.
There was something that happened before that we don't see.
I feel like there's not aside just from that point, but I feel like there's people like if you trash talk them, that they'll escalate it to more than just talking.
Like Ocho.
He's a trash talker.
Right. That's
you
what
think
I'm saying.
Ocho's
like,
gonna fight?
I think in the rights.
No, Ocho's not like that
I don't think
at all.
so. No.
You don't think that during his play?
No,
You don't think so?
I don't think Ocho's fighting.
I think our perspective of Chad Johnson, of who he is completely different from who he is as a human. Because I know I viewed him differently because he came into the league in Cincinnati. He had grills, and so you would think that he's just like hood dude.
I think that's why I put him there.
Yeah.
It's not that he's ever done anything, and he just talks trash.
Yeah, but
I don't dislike him.
I didn't realize that he was just having fun. He's just like, he trash talk, he has fun. He never drinks or parties or do any of that stuff. He doesn't go out.
So I'm gonna be in the news.
Right.
He's like Kobe Bryant. The only thing he does is he eats McDonald's.
Yeah, he eats McDonald's.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And he stands by it. Like he'll argue you down.
Well, that's because he thinks that, because I do all this other stuff active, I do all this other stuff well, I can have McDonald's.
No. He just doesn't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, the thing is, he's so clean and he's so healthy and he's such a high-level athlete that McDonald's doesn't have the impact that it does on other people.
That's what I just said.
Is that what he just said?
Yes.
Mel doesn't. No,
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say you didn't, but I know
we said it differently. I said he does so much, he feels like he can just eat it.
No. No, that's not what I said.
We said the same thing in a different way.
No, it's not.
Okay, go ahead. How is it
You
different?
said he thinks that because he does everything so clean, he can just eat it. No, he doesn't think there's anything wrong with it.
Okay, well, that part is different.
I'm just saying that because he does do everything, he don't drink, he doesn't smoke, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't have the impact on him. So he doesn't understand why. But if these other players did that, then they would have a problem because they drink, they're having sex, they're all doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's going to have an impact.
Are you saying that having sex is bad?
Bro, have you ever had a good orgasm?
Yeah.
You think you're going to go and play?
You're talking about having sex right before a game.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not good.
yeah, no, it's not good at all.
I was trying to give you a viral moment.
Don't try to make it viral. That'd be
Yeah, but no, Chris, he answered the question really well.
Hey man, he's like a cat. He's a Katt Williams.
I definitely set him. It was an active setup. I literally said I'm about to set him up,
and he dodged you.
He dodged
Hit
it.
you with that.
He did a good job.
Keanu Reeves in the Matrix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you hold onto that seed, it makes a difference.
Seed?
Your sperm, your seed.
Oh,
your
okay. All right, my mind went. I was like, seed, nigga. What are we
Like
talking
apple
about
seeds?
seeds?
Did you
Sunflower
know
seeds?
your sperm is a seed, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I just found out today. Sure.
I mean, it gives life. If you want to
Okay,
call it a seed, call it a seed.
Is that what a seed is?
Huh?
Is that what a seed is?
It gives life. What came first?
The chicken or the egg?
the human or the sperm?
Every animal comes from a seed. Hey, they said that why did the chicken cross the road is a dark joke.
Is it? What's the
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I know the answer to this.
Because it escaped the motherfucking farm?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because it was trying to escape the farm.
Why did the chicken cross the
Answering
road?
the question. He's asking me again.
Does he not know the joke?
To get to the other side?
Okay, so don't come up with some extra stuff.
Yeah.
When you know the joke.
No, you're wanting me to give you an answer.
I want you to give me the answer to the joke.
Yeah, to get to the other. Okay, to get to the other side.
Okay, so the chicken's crossing the road. Car comes, and he gets to the other side.
Oh,
That's the dark joke.
Oh, so he gets hit. He
gets
killed.
killed.
And then he can eat. And then he can be eaten.
He goes to the other side.
Wow.
I mean, the chicken doesn't have to cross the road for the life of a chicken to just be dark in general.
But that's the joke.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
I mean, a chicken's life is dark in general because they were created to be eaten. So that's like,
That's sad.
That's sad.
I would hate to just be like, yo, I'm living. Oh, I'm dead.
I mean, Mel, they're doing it to you now. What are you talking about?
to me specifically.
Yes, to all of us.
Oh, okay. But say, what am I doing? Like,
You're literally being used for your energy.
yeah.
It's food for something.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, Cat, calm down.
hey man, make sure you watch that damn.
I will watch it.
God dang it. He talk about pyramids being power plants. I'm just like, bruh, come on.
Well,
man.
yeah. So he.
Joe said, how do they power them?
Yeah. And he talk about there's like water, hot water, there's underwater,
Hot water springs.
water springs.
Underneath.
Aquifers.
You know what I mean? Trust me, he is not going to touch Shannon. Not at all. Not at the pace it's going. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Application of Knowledge podcast. I was supposed to start a new segment today, but we'll start it next week.
Why are you adding that information?
It was thinking out loud. All right, Chris James, Animated Mel, Stephen Michael.
He's about to mess some names up again.
I'm Chris James. That's Animated
I'm
Mel.
Chris James. That's Animated Mel. We will see you beautiful people next time. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Me eat you.